Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Hope all is doing well. I give praise and glory and honor to my Father in heaven, Yah, and Yeshua HaMashiach, my Messiah. And I think he's coming soon. Anyway, I hope you're ready. I believe that, I'm in the bloodlines of all these people. A lot of people up and down Highway 71 is also in these bloodlines of these rulers, these self-proclaimed evil rulers is what I think about them, because that's what they are. They care nothing about, they want to keep, they've built this world, they've built their riches, and I've been driving a lot lately and just passing field after field, farm fields, businesses, and they don't want to let them go. They'll go into eternal damnation because they don't want to let the things go the things go that they work for. They'd rather die and go to eternal damnation and pass the assets or whatever they work for down to their children. And it going that way. I can't even comprehend it. I really can't comprehend it. Why that they'll risk their own soul for eternity. That's forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. I don't believe you can ever change what you do on this life once you've passed from this life, unless you chose to come here, or God sent you here for a purpose. But anyway, I want to go on with this. Barack Obama, because a lot of people think he's Antichrist, and he possibly could be. I don't think it is, but I ain't always right. I'm in a human body, but I don't think it is. And one reason, let's go to his chart, his birth chart here when he was born. Okay, this says he was born on August the 4th, 1961. I don't know if it tells what time or not it is, what it says when he was born. 724, let's see if I've got that set. 724, basically. So this is basically at the exact time he was born, according to this chart. Okay, Mars is a war. It's over you might as well say the house of Israel, the virgin, that's the womb of the house of Israel. This represents Israel, and she's got wheat in her hand, like harvest, like you harvest wheat and stuff. So I believe this also tells of a coming harvest. And anyway, I will show you on my birth chart why I think that my name has got something to do with time. I'm not proclaiming to be anybody except the Son of the Most High, Yah, and my Redeemer, Yeshua, is my master. But anyway, I want to go to Obama. These people changed their names. His name was Barry Toro or something like that, and they changed it to Barack Obama. And I'm thinking, why do you people change your names? Well, it's to conceal their identity, I guess. I'm thinking, let's go to the truth. We really don't have a last name. It's a surname, like we're son of. Like my name is Travis Garrison. It means Garrison means son of somebody. Like just say Evans with the S. That S means son of. So everybody's son of Jacob, son of Tom, son of Jerry. It's like Jerry Harrison, Harry's son. That's how the names are done. They're called surnames, and you need to research out who you are son of. I really believe that you need to know who you are, your bloodline. I believe it's of utmost importance for your soul for eternity. Salvation, Jesus Christ paid for our salvation. So, but what I'm saying, if when these harvests take place, if you get left behind, you are going to suffer. And the people that argue against the rapture, the harpazo, there's other words in the Bible that's why I say you got to get to the root words. And first off, God's ways are not our ways. Our thoughts are not his thoughts. So you got to try to figure out the spirit, how to think in the spirit world. You have to try to pray to ask God to show you his ways, his thoughts, and their spirit. You know, it's in the spirit world. So that's what I do. I pray, Lord, let me understand in the spirit your ways, your thoughts. You know, that's what I want to know, because that's what the real truth is going to come down to here at the end of time. But anyway, this is Barack Obama's birth chart. Let's see here. Mercury is supposed to be the messenger, and the sun is in Cancer. I think they call that the resting place. But something that's got me here is Prince William's. There was Venus or something up here at Prince William on this Orion, the mighty hunter, and it was like he was. It was telling us something. It's right at the foot of Gemini, the twin. It's right in between there. Venus is right between. Let me see if I can. I wish they'd make this where it didn't bend around like that, so I could see it better. I mean, so I could show it better. All right, the sun is in Cancer right there at in the claw. Mercury is the messenger, and Venus is supposed to be. You know, you hear all kinds of things about these stars. You know, the names, the mythical gods, and all that stuff. But anyway, they do have a meaning, though. They have a meaning for when you were born. And Jupiter and Saturn is. Jupiter is at the nose of this Capricornus. Saturn, which represents Satan, is right here by the Sagittarius. And I believe the Sagittarius is what John the Revelator seen in when he's seen the rider on the white horse. Now, they probably are a rider on the white horse that's evil, but it ain't the white horse in Revelation. And I'm going to do a video on that here, hopefully today, but you know, people's going by what they've been taught in the churches all the years. They've not went down to the root meaning of these words. It's the scripture, in the scripture, like this white horse. Well, I'm going to wait on that to do another video. I'm going to do it here just in a minute, maybe, because let me get this set where I can kind of see what's going on here. There's more. There's that. His chart don't look, you know, I really don't know how to read, you know, what they mean for sure. But the moon is in the bull, the ox. It's at 39%. It's got a little bit of light on it, you know, not quite half of the light. It's lit up. I still believe it's of utmost importance that the moon is, if a person was born either on a full moon or a new moon. I believe that's what will tell us the real story about these evil rulers. It's at the foot of Taurus, the ox, like the judgment of God. I mean, it's on the foot, so I believe he'll be judged severely. Anyway, it don't really show me a lot about Obama. But all right, I'm gonna go over here to Mr. Donald Trump, born June 14th, 1946. Let's see if we can get a time. Somewhere, 9:51. So on his birth chart, when he was born, supposedly, now I don't know if this is, you know, they giving us the right names, you know, the right times that these people were born, but I wish I could get this to do differently. Maybe right there. All right, let's see here. Venus and, wow, Saturn is in Gemini. Basically in Gemini. Mercury, the messenger, is in Gemini. This is the night Donald Trump was born. And there's the sun at right between the horns of Taurus, the bull, the ox. Now, y'all know, y'all seen the signs of Ra. Let's see here if I can pull this up right quick. Horus. They show these horns attached to, maybe it's, I think Ra is the name of this god. They're fallen angels, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, here it is. Okay. Let's see images. Let me go to the images here right quick. So they got the sun right up there. This is the night Donald Trump was supposedly born. That's where the sun was at between them horns. Let me see here right quick. That might not be the name of that god. That it's a female. Right here's a. See how that's representing this coming eclipse on June the 10th. And I'll tell you what, they are sure there's some really strange things happening in this world. Reality changes, reality shifts, and it's all because this Antichrist spirit has come into power. But anyway, that's when Donald Trump was born. It's the sun is right there between those but Donald Trump was supposed to have been born on a blood moon eclipse. Where is the moon? It's at 100%. The moon is, and it is right. It's at the. I wonder if I can get that to change upside where I can see it up. Let me see if I can get this to change right quick. So I can see it right side up. Oh wow, what to do? He was born on a full moon, and it's at the it's on the knee of Ophiuchus, the serpent, and Scorpio. Jupiter is in the womb of Israel. So it's like he's some sort of king. I don't think he's a good king, but and Venus and wow, he was born in June, the Gemini, the twin. Mercury's right like in the womb right there, announcing, it's announcing something. It's a very interesting chart. It kind of reminds me of Prince William's birth chart. But anyway, it's pretty, it's pretty significant to me that Jupiter's in this womb. And now I believe this can stand for either a plus or a minus, because a positive and a negative, because everything's got to have a positive and a negative. Everything, like a battery on a car, a positive and a negative. That's the only way energy will work, is through that chaos and the calm. Inside that battery are cells that are chaotic. That's going all the time. It's creating it. It's creating its energy. But this is a very interesting chart for old Donald Trump. I don't believe him. I believe he's some kind of false king. Because that's very interesting right there, that between the horns of that bull. But anyway, thank y'all for coming. I just thought I'd share this with you. I hope you have a great day, and please give a thumbs up to my videos, because I'm losing subscribers every day. They take off 2, 3, 4, 5, and I should have 5,000 by now since I've started. I know people that's been in just barely a little bit longer than me. It's got 6,000 subscribers, and I'm thinking, man, y'all keep taking my subscribers away because you don't want the truth out there. Now, I ain't saying I have 100% truth at all. I could never say that I knew 100% truth, but I do believe that as a child growing up, that every day I spoke to God. Every day I asked Him to guard my heart and protect my heart and protect my family. And 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 I wasn't a very talkative person. I kind of was, I kept to myself a lot. And most people ain't gonna believe this, but I told you the story of everybody sees me everywhere when I'm not there. It's like I'm shifting to other regions, other parts of this world, and and I'm telling them that wasn't me. But anyway, and most people ain't gonna believe this, but I never even said a cuss word till I came back to school. I'd left where I live and I moved off, and I come back, and I had one of my cousins and his friend. They figured out I didn't say even 4-letter words that you might call a curse word, and I was I came back in the 8th grade, and I had never even said a cuss word. But we'd walk down this trail after school, me and my cousin and another guy, and they done figured out I wouldn't say a cuss word, so they started calling me chicken, and all that kind of stuff to say S-H-I-T. They kept telling me, they kept on the peer pressure for them to get me to say a curse word. And I finally gave in, and I said it. And I felt so horrible for like a week or two. I don't even remember, how long it took me to get over that. But I mean, it broke my heart that I felt my Creator. I just thank y'all for coming to my channel. Please give me a thumbs up and share my videos. Hope everyone has a great day. And if your last name will tell you something about yourself. You will have to look up, because there may be 100 different surnames to your name, but you can finally trace it down and see who you are. And I believe it's of utmost importance, especially the people up and down Highway 71, because this place where I live, they're doing it for sinister reasons. And the DHS came in my house with an AR-15, telling me I better keep my mouth shut about what I'm finding, because they didn't know I knew how to catch hackers on my computer. I guess they didn't think about that. Really care. They probably didn't even care. But I done a tracer route, what you call a tracer route. I knew I was being hacked, so I done a tracer route on my computer, and it was Pope Pius, the Catholic organization, the Scottish Rite Freemasons, and then some of the people I know. Well, I don't really know them, but they're with the Scottish Rite Freemasons that was involved in hacking my computer. And a guy from a college in Houston, Texas, named, I'm gonna call names because they're my enemies, And if they want to take me out of this world, they can go ahead and try. But I've got faith in my Creator. But a guy named Ron McNone, he was a college professor in Houston, Texas, at a college, that was the brains behind hacking my computer. Now, this was several years ago when all this started. And it was involved with some local people where I live. But anyway, it went through 3 different computers. I traced it through you can do a trace route on your IP address, and you can find out what's networked into your computer. But anyway, they've been after me since I was a child. I mean, they followed me since I was a child. And God just wasn't time for me to wake up to who I was, what my calling was, and to try to hold my memory back. They don't want me waking up and remembering all the things back to my childhood. And I can show you, I believe, that where they had black magic witch spells cast on me from the time I was born. But anyway, I'm not saying I'm anybody. I'm just saying I'm a son, a child of the Most High God, the Creator God. Yah is His name, and I'll serve Him till the day I leave this earth or the day I die. But I believe that I'm 59 years old. I believe that I won't be here. I believe that by the time I don't believe I'll make it to 60 years old on this earth. And I've got a reason for that. I mean, I've got a reason for believing that. Not because I think I'm anybody, but because of my birth. And they didn't think I'd ever wake up and figure out who I was. When they seen I was waking up, that God was waking me up to who I was and my calling, they come after me, the whole world, the military, the Pope Pius Church, the Scottish Rite Freemasons. They came at me with everything they could have, just about. You know, they ain't finished yet, but they have come after me and trying to get me to shut up, not tell these. That's the reason I know that it's what's going on down in Arkansas. Because see, Albert Pike is that's the hero of the Scottish Rite Freemasons. So if you're a lower Freemason, you have been deceived, because Albert Pike's hometown was Little Rock, Arkansas, and there's a campground over close to me that if y'all go back and look at the news back, I think it was about 8 years ago, 9, something like that, the flood that came and killed like 20-something people on the campground named after Albert Pike. All right, and Little Rock, Arkansas was his hometown. Like, they're calling him the Little Rock. Not, Jesus is the rock. So they're calling Albert Pike, they think he was the Little Rock. That's what that's the reason why I think they named that town that, is because they believe that. But anyway, I was going to say something else here. The Albert Pike drowning was a human sacrifice ritual, because it was named Albert Pike. It was at a state park. They did not warn not one single person there was a flood. There was a chance of 10 inches of rain coming on these local rivers. My grandma and them used to go fishing at night a lot. Me and my uncle, my cousin. That night, my grandma would say, y'all watch out for them head rises. That's what they called flash floods back then, head rises. And she said that every time we'd go fishing at night down on a river close to me. But and I used to camp at the Albert Pike campground and take my kids over there. And every hour there was some kind of law enforcement driving through that. I mean, there'd be like 200 people camping there. And every hour there'd be some kind of law enforcement driving through there. City police, game wardens, state police. I mean, they monitored that place. But anyway, it was like they was keeping them herded in there, but when the night of the flood came, you couldn't get a phone signal in there, so nobody was warned. Now there's lawsuits after lawsuits over this. And y'all go look it up. Albert Pike Campground in Langley, Arkansas. And it's like 9/11. That 9/11 where the plane supposedly hit them tires was a human sacrifice ritual. The towers turned to dust. It's called dustification. Military grade weapons called dustification. And that's what those towers were with. Not even the fuel of those jets were hot enough to melt the structural steel in those buildings, and they turned to dust. And it was a human ritual sacrifice. And they're planning on another one sometime. And I think this last thing that they got started, I think they thought that was going to be it. But I don't know about that. But anyway, if you really want to, and I ask people to seek the real truth of what kind of world we live in, because it's going to matter to your soul forever and ever and ever. And for those who think that living for our Creator is not the most wonderful, I mean, it's a wonderful life because you become free. I mean, you no longer fear the sting of death. You no longer fear man. You no longer fear what they can do to you. I mean, you're absolutely 100% free. Now I will say there is battles that sometimes your faith gets shaken a little bit through these times. And I've got in my next video, I'm going to tell you about something that happened well, I'll just wait and tell you about it then. Something that happened to me and my family, like 8 years ago, 9 years ago, something like that. But anyway, it's I can't hardly tell it because it's still very emotional for me because, I mean, I'll never forget the feeling that I had whenever I got a phone call. But anyway, thank y'all for coming to my channel, y'all.